Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we have something very special for you, our first ever game review. Do you like Pokemon? Do you like Magic the Gathering? Do you like Hearthstone? Well, we've got a game like all of those. But wait, it gets better. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you like Legends of Runeterra? Well, it's like those games too. All right, you guys, so we're talking about the new game, Fatal Core. This is 100% free to play. There's not even a place to enter payment information. This is a great thing, but it also is a little bit of the Achilles heel within the game. I'm going to come out and say it immediately. Because there's not a huge developer pushing this game, it's like an indie group working with what they have available. Some things are very, very good. The ideas that they hit are almost spot on, and the way that the systems work are very nice. However, there's not hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars just pushing the product out to you guys, right? So it's a little bit of a sacrifice right out of the gate, and we will be reviewing more than that, but that's my opening get, right? This is a trading card game. It is unique in many aspects, which we will break down once the review starts. Before we get there, I should talk about our review process though. We're going to be talking about the gameplay, control, level design, combat system, etc. And now I try to find a really good rating system that can encompass all games. And we're talking about the market, our expectations, controversy, sequel, market leaders. How does it compare against the other games within the niche, right? Like, how is it competing within the market? We're talking about the social, multiplayer offerings, sharing with friends, any marketplace interaction, stuff like this. Then we'll talk about the narrative. What's the story like? Were they able to sculpt us a universe to dive into, or does it just feel like a book that you open for a little bit, right? Maybe that's a bad example, but for example, some games have massive universes developed, in-depth story which you can just get lost in. A good example of this is Oblivion, where you can do the story quest, which is fine, and then there's just like an unlimited stuff. Or like World of Warcraft is great as well for the amount of narrative within it. Even Magic the Gathering is really cool. And then we have other games that maybe haven't been around as long, and they've not developed such a deep story structure yet. Moving forward, we're talking about the graphics, the aesthetics, the fidelity, animations, etc., etc., etc. How does it look, right? And then the technical, the performance, the bugs, the game mechanics, how does everything function together, user interface, stuff like this. Moving forward, we're talking about the value, the price, the bang for your buck, basically, how you feel after playing it. And then last and certainly not least, talking about the audio, voice acting, music, sound effects, this kind of shenanigans, because it's, the environment that ties everything all together for an in-depth experience. So those are the ways we will be judging Fatal Core. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an in-depth look at how I'm actually rating this game, and we will talk about all of that as well. So let's get right into it. Fatal Core is up and running. You can see it here. Let's zoom my face down, and right away you can see it looks very clean. And the coolest thing about Fatal Core is that it runs in your web browser, which is really, really cool. There's no downloads required here, right? 100% free to play. You don't even have to download it. The resistance point to check out the game should be very, very low. It doesn't matter if you're on Windows, you're on Mac. I'm pretty sure you could probably also play this on your phone. I'm not sure what it's using to run. It's on your web browser, so it must be Flash, right? And it's great. It's just your classic trading card game. In all honesty, when I first checked out this game, I probably played it for 2-3 hours. I smashed a whole large bag of chips just playing this game. It has a huge fun factor. Because it's free to play, you're not like, wow, am I gonna have to play this game forever? Don't worry about it. Play it, see if you like it, check it out, right? So I actually spent a few hours just messing around one day, right? And that was a really good feeling. It's something that I haven't had in quite a while. And, I was worried, right? It runs on your browser, but it's good, right? Like, it looks fine. It loads up really quick, and I have very poor internet. So that's a huge positive for me, that you don't need the latest and greatest connection to play Fatal Core. And then, you know, the reward structure is very nice. So you can buy packs. Again, this is a brand new game, just starting. Things are a little rough graphic-wise, but it's all there. Everything that you need is there. It just needs to develop and get better, right? So, you know, we get our cards. Dun, 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 dun. They look just like, you know, most cards that we see. The art's there. It looks great, right? There's unique mechanics, so they're not really ripping off other games, which I really like. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a little bit lacking because it's so new, right? So we checked out the buying of packs, right, within the marketplace, and this is the actual market, which is the coolest part about the game, if you ask me. So you can buy and sell your own cards. Right, we have one copy of Divine Favor. If we wanted, we could put that out on the market, right? So that's very, 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 very cool. Let me just jump back into it here. And again, the user interface, it's not the greatest, but it's there and it works, right? There's no doing this in a lot of other trading card games. So, you know, you could look for the best cards from each set, pick those up. Like, we see that it's actually not that expensive. We have a ton of points on our account that you gain every single day just for playing. You know, we couldn't spend money if we wanted to, which is very, very cool. Anyways, this is the marketplace, which is great. We also have a deck builder, which is exactly what you'd expect it to be like, where you pick your hero, which is pretty cool. And we've kind of mentioned that a little bit already, but you'll see the hero here, and then the board state. So each board has 6 tiles, and they will do different things depending on you know, your character, right? So we can see that the playstyle here is mid-range / combo, and we get +2 HP, -2 HP, -1, -1. And then if we go to another character, we can see how that changes. And now we have our playstyle to aggro tempo, and we have unique things like rage. Creatures played in this space have rage 1 unless they already have rage. Now you'll have to figure out all of the game mechanics. This isn't a teaching video. We're just here to talk about the generalities of the game in itself. And again, being able to gain life. Moving over, we have graveyard spaces, right? So there's a lot of really cool aspects to this game. And again, still utilizing control, aggro, mid-range, all of the different deck styles that we've come to know and love. And so we've got a few characters here, right? There's 6 characters off the start, and we will just get to more and more of those as the game expands. We jump into the deck builder. You can see we can search it. You can also auto deck, which is really cool, and then you can build your deck out. So for this example, let's just auto deck it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? And then we can just pick a dude for it. Deck saved successfully, and yeah, let's get out of there. And you know, we just made our foggy snow deck. Again, this isn't a teaching stream. We're just showing you the aspects of the game, and that they work, that they're there, and that there is maybe a little bit of room for improvement. So with that being said, we're going to get into some gameplay footage. I know that's what you guys are all interested in. Of course, there is the leaderboard as well. So we'll talk about the gameplay footage, and we will review the game while we showcase it. So again, if you found any value, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. If you're interested in downloading, you don't even have to download it, right? You just have to visit it in your web browser. FatalCoreTCG.com. Check it out. Enjoy this gameplay footage and the rest of the review. All right, while we enjoy this awesome Fatal Core gameplay footage, we're going to work our way through the rating system, starting in value, working our way up through to gameplay. The value within this game is absolutely insane. It's 100% free to play. There's a marketplace to buy and sell your collection, which is crazy. And, you know, these are 2 things that we've not really seen. So, you know, we talked about how certain aspects of the game might be lacking, but they hit certain things absolutely on the nail. So the value is one of these things that is very, very good. The technical, you know, it's not that bad. I'm going to give it a 6. The reasoning for this is it's still a little clunky. you know, but they're working on it. It's a brand new game. There's a little bit of the tutorial out. There's not massive bugs. I got held up a few times within the loading screen, but again, this is probably based on my trash connection. So it's not bad. I don't want to give it anything less than a 6, but I feel bad rating it any higher because I don't think that it's really breaking any grounds compared to the rest of the industry, right? So we are comparing all of these against those games that we mentioned earlier, like Pokemon, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, and Legends of Runeterra, right? So, you know, there's nothing new here, but it works. It's not broken. There's not, like, it's not unplayable. It's totally playable, but there's just nothing new and crazy. The graphics, it's a similar thing. It runs in your web browser, so the top end on that only goes so far, right? I'm pretty sure this runs within Flash or something. So the graphics are there. The art is pretty good, right? So we get held up in the different things because graphics are maybe a little bit different compared to general art. And I think the general art is going to be good and will work, but the graphics, you know, any animations and stuff like this, I feel like it will probably be a little bit lacking just due to, you know, the software that they have available to them within the web browser. So it's great. You know, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty cool. Like I found myself checking out all of the cards arts just to kind of get a feel for everything. It's fine. You know, this could even potentially be a 6 if we wanted it. I just don't think that it's really breaking any ground, and it's one of those things where you know, we mentioned the trade-off as value being so high, and well, graphics can only get so good without you know, thousands of dollars behind it, hiring and paying artists, right? Moving forward, talking about the narrative. Now, this is actually one of the more important things for me personally, and a big reason why I love Magic the Gathering so much is just there's a massive universe built, tons of stories. It's more than you could humanly consume, at least healthily, right, while maintaining your social life. So I love games that I know I'll never get to the bottom of. World of Warcraft is another one like this. Retail has just gone so crazy where there's so many quests to do. It's too much. So it's, have they been able to build a universe to engulf you, right, and to really make you feel like you're around or in this different place? Not quite, but it's there, right? They do have a little bit of a backstory for each of the heroes that are in the game. We've seen 6 of them, but that's not a bunch, right? It's lacking a little bit, so it's going to get a 4 here for me. And now, again, this is something that, because it's a free-to-play game, there's not a massive amount of you know, budget behind the game. They're probably not hiring writers, and it's just enough to get by, right? Again, this is a beta game. It's just out of the gate, and we can only look for these numbers to improve. So it's not like this is the final version of the game. This is, you know, the final ratings. I do think a lot of these numbers will increase as we progress throughout it. Moving into the social, you know, it's there, it works. You know, it's actually better than some games, surprisingly. But again, they're not breaking any new things, right? There's the one game mode right now, and again, new game, it's going to improve. You have to challenge your friend directly, so you need to know their name already, or it's pretty long wait times. Again, not a lot of people are playing the game right now because it's so new. They don't know about it yet, and we can expect those wait times to drop. Make sure to join the Discord if you're looking for speedy matchups. Moving forward, we're talking about the market. You know, how does this just generally compare to the other games around it? You know, I think it's unique. It's not like they just copied something and didn't try to improve on it. We did see unique things within the game, like the board status effects, and we see also the free marketplace, which is really cool, and then just the general free to play aspect of the game. So, you know, it beats some of the other games in certain aspects, but then again, it kind of falls behind a little bit as well. So I'm really looking forward to see where this game goes and how they're able to expand their audience. Finally, and certainly not least, the gameplay. For me, gameplay is very important, much like narrative, because it is the user experience. You know, social's great, but I'm pretty antisocial, and I can get around technical issues sometimes, you know, unless they're too frustrating. But if the gameplay's not good and I don't like it, I can't do it. I just can't bring myself to partake. Now this actually gets an 8 for me and really shines through the unique aspects of the hero's board status effects to change, you know, the gameplay up between the different characters. So it's not like every match in every deck is based around the same thing. You can take different decks, different routes based on different board states, which is really, really cool. And it just makes room for a lot more strategic play within it. So that's really, really cool. I like the gameplay quite a bit. You know, it is the classic kind of auto fighter mixed with a trading card game. So they're blending multiple genres, which is really, really cool. And, you know, I'm definitely down for that. So as far as the actual game mechanics go, they're unique. We've got things that have never been thought of before, like soulless creatures, for example. And again, as you play the game, you'll familiarize yourself with all of the mechanics within it. You know, maybe Fatal Core wants us to do a teaching video or stream as well. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, you know, you just get the overview, and I like the gameplay. So an 8 out of 10 for gameplay for me, which wraps us up here. And you can see our general review of Fatal Core here while we've witnessed the gameplay. It doesn't look bad. There's room for improvement. And, you know, if you do want to play Fatal Core, make sure to check it out in your web browser at fatalcoretcg.com. All right, at the end of the day, Fatal Core was actually a lot of fun. I probably spent 3-4 hours just playing, learning the game, having fun. Totally free, no commitment, not even a download. Just visit fatalcoretcg.com to check it out. And for our final review, I give Fatal Core 3 Adam Sesslers out of 5. Take care, have a great day, enjoy. Make sure you go watch some more content. Okay.